Bruce. I knew that would come up during the night, but I probably goes down here at Waverley. I reckon the Hawks will win tonight.
Who made you, Rat? Who made you?
You, Dipper.
Oh, don't fall for that, Johnny Craig.
Robbo, he's bigger than me, so I can't.
Half forward for Port. They need a goal here.
Bruce, it's fair to say that I think that Port will have to change their style a little bit with this, Bruce. Instead of this chipping around, they do love to chip the ball wide, but I think they've got to get it their forwards a lot quicker and longer.
What about Daryl Poole? Peter, would he be the sort of bloke in these conditions?
I think perfect for these conditions with his weight. I'd have him out there throwing his weight round that half-forward line, Gerard, particularly as Hawthorn tend to get a lot of goals from running from that half-back line and creating space with their pace and running at their forward line, getting quick goals.
5-point margin. Salmon, that height advantage important. Burgoyne pushes forward. Vandenberg runs it out. Port look at it. Dew wants a free kick. Boundary throw in. Port Power with some support here. The crowd's actually built up a fair bit since the first bounce. I think the AFL is going to be delighted with the attendance here. There's a lot of thought about taking the game to Footy Park, thinking they get a bigger crowd. Here's Taylor. Chance for Burgoyne. McCabe goes to the line. It's a boundary throw in. He's trying to find the points there. That's why it's not deliberate. I'd imagine that there's more than 40,000 here tonight. So they won the first night premiership here at Waverley in '77, the Hawks. Prior to that, the night competition will be played at the Lake Oval in Victoria. Off the ground and behind, I think, by Burgoyne. And Port go to 2 points. And Hawthorn through Holland are on 6.
Just having a look at the marking stats, already there's a clear advantage in favour of Port Adelaide with 11-5. And have a look at that last point. They're just looking to create goals at the moment. There's no real system in the forward line at present.
Well, surely in these conditions, a lot of systems just got to be thrown out the door, and it's all about mental application.
And I think that's the question, Robbo. Can Port Adelaide change quickly? Maybe they've got to put a tall fellow down in their forward line to attract the longer kick and allow the short fellows that are down there in abundance just to run onto it.
Well done by Salmon. He marked that kick in. I thought he marked it, but the umpire's going to ball it up. What did you think there, Johnny?
A bit tough there, Robbo. I think the fish certainly said something to the umpire and says, have a nice day. But no, it's a fair mark, especially in these sort of conditions, Robbo.
Well, the umpire obviously not the opportunity to have a look at the slow-mo replay, but it looked as though it was a clean mark. Dickey gets the ball away to Wilson. They share it around. They're in the middle of the ground, Port Adelaide. Wanganeen into the pocket. Perhaps a little too short. He could have bombed it right into the goal square. Graham 50 metres from goal. Intercepted by Treadray. Little hand pass. Didn't quite work there. It was probably worth a try to Burgoyne. Didn't quite work. No, it's out there. Looks like Dew, is it? That Treadray. And not quite working. The ball pushed over for a boundary throw-in.
Dew's coming off, in fact. Chalmers.
Brendan Lade going back onto the ground, and well, you wouldn't be surprised, John, just to see him sit in a goal square at centre-half forward just to attract the longer kick.
Square off for the mark, not being awarded.
So the Hawks go forward. Thompson's come on the ground for Hawthorn to go on to Lade. Kick by Harford to half forward. Jonathan Robin is playing on Mead at the moment. Taylor around the body. Good kick, penetrating to full forward. Chance for Lord. Lord's worked it beautifully and kicks the goal. The second. Counter punching at his best there.
Well, Bruce, I would say that 2 long kicks out of the back line from Hawthorn involved in a great goal by Aaron Lord. As you can see, Richard Taylor, good balance, turns around, long kick in the forward line. Aaron Lord, big strong fella, pushes Wilson out of the way, on his boot quickly. 6 points, thank you very much.
Gee, there's a good look at the crowd that has built up here at Waverley tonight. And we've had a fair bit of rain that fell before the start of the game, but it's terrific to see the footy fan loyal to the cause here. The Ansett Cup Grand Final. Jonathan Hay getting back, and the pressure applied by Treadray. I think Jonathan Hay would be happy with that result. Boundary throw-in.
Robbo, that goal by Aaron Lord, as the ball came down towards the goal square, he just pushed in the side his opponent to get the ball going his way, created an easy goal. It was terrific play, it was.
Well, thanks, Peter, for that one. And it was noted that Aaron Lord did play that very, very nicely. Salmon, left foot kick, slews off the side of his boot. It's over on the full. No nonsense. Salmon gets back to try and block up the gap where this ball is going to be kicked into by Fabian Francis. He's deep at centre wing. Decides to go short. Not really the good play. Hawthorn, no-nonsense football, moving it quickly. Port Adelaide persisting with the short game. It's not coming off at this stage.
Port interchange there, including Braden Lyle, their vice-captain. Chalmers and Salmon. Graham playing loose across half-back, getting a heap of the footy in the first half. The first quarter, I should say, for the Hawks. Lord and Holland, the goal scorers. Good test for Port here. They've got to the grand final, playing a certain style of footy. They've been challenged with it tonight in bad conditions. We're going to see how versatile they are. Free kick to the Hawks. Half-back. Salmon came into the match with an injury crowd. There's the replay as the ball goes to half-forward. The target there was Robran. Franco to Burgoyne. Burgoyne delivers. Good kick. Out wide. Nick Stevens called to play on. Now on the left. Drills it towards Treadray. It was a hard ball, though, for Treadray to take. Late, I should say. And Thompson's back there with him. They came on together. As soon as Late came on for Dew, Thompson replaced Vandenberg and went on with him. Mark Williams, his father Foster, took Port Adelaide to 6 consecutive premierships in the 1950s in South Australia. The South Australian National Football League record. Taylor, it ricochets off a Port player and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
And the big fish has just had an incredible impact on this match. In this first quarter, his ability to get the loose ball from, or the neutral ball from boundary throw-ins, and also just intelligent positioning behind players really helped the Hawthorn cause.
Graham, still close to the boundary line, keeps it in that area. Robran not able to take the mark. Taylor playing the percentages, which basically, Johnny, is what the Hawks are doing pretty well early in this game.
They certainly are, Robert. They're bottling it right up on the half back line of their area. And as you see here, I would imagine that Brennan Ladd might come over the top again here. There's a bit of a contest which they normally do, especially in the Port Powers forward line.
Well, Richard Taylor not able to break away. He's got the football firmly against his chest. 12 plays 2. Nick Holland has kicked the goal and Aaron Lord has kicked the goal for Hawthorn. And we repeat that Wanganeen had no hesitation whatsoever when he won the toss to go to the left-hand end of screen. And they're still goalless in this first term, Port Adelaide. Wanganeen with 6 kicks and 1 hand pass. Franco with 8 possessions and Kingsley with 7. Salmon. Good tap out to Woods. Woods quickly. Just a mongrel punt kick, but it's forced it forward about 35 metres. And taking it over there was Kingsley. Pushed in the back according to the umpire. And he will take the free kick. The umpires for this game, Gavin Dorr, Mark Nash and Hayden Kennedy. Sorry, John.
That's all right, Robert. Just a little bit soft there. I think they're just, maybe, in the side. Jared?
I'm with you, Johnny.
Lade goes early and gives a free kick away. But they paid it to Graham anyway, but Salmon probably got it. Graham's had 9 possessions in this opening term. It's been a big quarter for him. Dixon, Polk, interesting duel. Been 2 of the stars of the Ansett Cup. Wilson forces it over the line. Port still searching for its first goal.
Getting beaten at their own game, Port Adelaide at this stage.
It's a great lunge by Polton there, just the extra bit of pace and good timing to get that ball away from Dixon.
Late front spot. Treadray should get a free kick. He does. Advantage given. Franco's kick to centre half forward to a bit of space. Fegan bounce important. Oh, Graham trapped it well. Has a second go. Can't get clear. Egerton held him up. Comes back to Fegan. Can't get a handball away. In close. Dickey's high ball going to the goal square. A one-on-one situation. Laid back there with Graham. What an opening term Graham's having. Gives it off to Hassel. Hassel away. Kicks the ball out wide to space where Hartford's got a bit of room here. It sits neatly for him. He's at centre wing. Runs his full measure. Kicks the ball down towards half forward. Hawks outnumbered. Wanganeen comes over the top of Cox. Robin clever. One-hander like a dry night. Kicks it in the direction of Holland. Paxman at the back. Belts it down. Dixon's a good shot for goal. It's coming back. The whistle's gone. I think there's a free kick coming back. It's going to Hawthorn, is it? It is on the siren. So Dixon's going to have a shot.
Just have a look at this. Well, there's the free kick, but the positioning of Dixon was exemplary. He was just front and square at the feet of Nick Holland. He picked up with the ball. He drew the free kick, but he's a pretty deadly kick here, John.
It certainly is, Jared, and very, very important kick for the Hawks.
This would be a huge quarter for them. Dixon's going to kick from about 50, maybe fractionally inside of that. He's kicked 9 goals in the 3 matches so far. You can see the angle. He's straight in front. After the siren in the opening term, he's hooked it, going for distance and missed. So it's a behind to Dixon and to the Hawks. Got a handy lead at the first break. Ken Judge, who played in a night premiership here, and in his first season at Hawthorn in the daytime played in a premiership in 1983 and was a teammate of Mark Williams of Brisbane for a short time in the late 80s. But it's Hawthorn leading at the first change.
And Darryl Pearl into the ruck, and I think his instruction will just be to jump into the midriff of Paul Salmon.
Let's see how it works out. Salmon over the top, as you'd expect. Donald Dickey through the centre, kicks the ball to half forward. Hay and Treadray, good hands by Harford to Crode. Ricochets off the power though in Fegan. Handball on the up was pretty good. Free kick to Hay, no advantage given to Crawford. Coming back to Jonathan Hay at centre half back. So Chalmers starting in the goal square for Port Adelaide on Graham. He may be a match-up job on Graham here, who ran right in the opening term with 11 disposals.
Bruce, I think Chalmers would have a lot of problems keeping up with Graham. Graham a big edge in pace there.
Hayes kick back into the heart of the centre square. Rodman belted it forward, clever. Lord off the ground, was thinking because he had McCabe running for him. McCabe had an area, Wilson conceded ground. Chick after it. Also Daniels, I think, is back on the ground for the power, and they force it over the line for a boundary throw-in. The Big Dipper.
And the message was, we saw Aaron Lord there, just keep the ball moving forward and making sure that, don't try and do a lot with the ball. And obviously very happy with the matchups as we see the Hawks go forward once again, Bruce.
Yeah, that kick just slewing off the side of the boot there over for a boundary throw-in in that right forward pocket, and the kick coming from Barlow. So it's a difficult task now for Port Adelaide to get the ball from the full-back line all the way down to score. The Hawks need just a bit of good luck here, and they might score once again. The ball is with Johnny Hassel, gets it back to Taylor. Long shot by Taylor, goes just to the right side for a behind.
Yeah, sorry, Rob.
Go Dipper.
Ken was very happy with his matchups in that first quarter, making sure that Port Adelaide don't get a lot of space, as very aware of the players chipping the ball around. So good play then, and also just to keep the ball moving forward, as we saw Taylor just going for the long shot.
Well, it's, in my opinion, wet weather football, and they did well there. They scored a behind. It's the first score of the second term to the Hawks, as Franco will clear for Port Adelaide.
Interestingly, didn't use Polton, who was wider. Treadray, good effort though. Crode in the front spot. Courageous mark.
It's going to be a great kick, this bloke, Bruce, and show a lot of courage in. Eyes on the ball, fantastic effort.
That's a big mark, and belts it to centre half forward through Paul's fingers. Lord onto it. He's a good finisher and delivers. Another one for the Hawks.
They can nearly put the game out of Port Adelaide's reach here. If they kick another 2 goals, it's going to be a big task for them to get back.
Aaron Lord loves them types of goals. He's a great midfielder right through the forward line area. As you see here, falls off the pack. Great read of the pack. Runs onto it, looks up again, turns the ball around his left shoulder. Lovely play.
So Lord's got a couple. Bruce, the interchange for the power.
Yes, Stuart Dew, Nick Stevens, Barnaby French, Brendan Lade, Mark Howard, and Jared Schofield still on here. Steve Daniels had his eye and nose stitched up. He's back on. Darryl Poole and Brett Chalmers, the new forward line.
Salmon having an impact, got his hand to the ball there again. Hawthorn get the ball forward. Lord dispossessed. Good play at ground level by Dickey. This is Franco, under a bit of pressure, does well, gets it to Kingsley. Kingsley's on centre wing. Now Port Adelaide get the ball in their forward half. Great gather by Burgoyne, very skillful young player. Kicks the ball to full forward. Chalmers, beaten for it, well done by Salmon. He played for percentages again, Paul Salmon. And he's forced a boundary throw in, much to the delight of a pro Hawthorn crowd here at Waverley.
That's a fantastic effort.